Morning. It's Friday, September 7th, and little update for my patrons and anyone else interested in my writing and my storytelling. And I've got my chocolate that I talked about last week, 15 pounds. Now, I'm not opening them yet because they come in these little bite-sized squares, about the as shown, because I still got some Baker's chocolate bars to work my way through. But since I started jujitsu, 2 of those whole boxes I've lost in weight, 30 pounds, a little bit more maybe. So it's kind of amazing to carry that box, and then I've just a couple years ago, since I started jujitsu, I was carrying that around. So that's an interesting feeling. Anyway, so I'm working on the second part, after the first plot point on my book Valkyrie of Desire. Hilder's in a new locale, and I'm anchoring her there with new challenges and getting her to shift and care about her environment more and be thinking a little bit, thinking about more than survival, trying to make that a good shift. So I'll try to get that done, and chapter 14, and put that up for some editing and get that out soon. And then for flash fiction, I'm thinking of doing a bit from the perspective of this giant goat that one of my players rides, named Bjorn. Theros, the giant goat with these bloody hooves. And I think it would be a fun way to push through to some of the interesting things that have happened in that game. And also, the player who plays Bjorn was feeling a little left out, so kind of shift from some of his animals that he is friends with to his perspective for a bit. And yeah, there's some really interesting things that have happened in the game that I run, and one of those is inspired from, I believe it's the Forbidden Planet, 1950s sci-fi movie where there's this scientist on another planet, human scientist, that enhances his mind with alien technology, and it creates a schism where his ego, well, his id, whatever is one of like those repressed part of his mind, manifests as this invisible monster that comes and attacks. And I drew upon that as a bit of inspiration for the game, and then I'll pull that into some of the flash fiction that I'll do eventually. And then also for my son, we've had this ongoing story, a Goodnight story for him for years and years, and it started with incorporating Curious George and 40K Space Marines and Transformers, and it gradually shifted into kind of this Conan origin story, and that's what stuck. That kind of Conan from a child to an adult, and just incorporated everything. And just last night, I couldn't get home early enough, or get everything done early enough to do the story. And now that he's 9, he's got access to a tablet, and we restrict it based on time, and which I recommend, so that they can't get up in the middle of the night and use it. So they only have a certain times a day that they can log in. But he has an email address through it now, and he requested that I email him an update to the story. So I did that last night. I was like, oh, I just want to go to bed, but like, all right, I'll do a little update for him, and I incorporated that same mechanism that the main character named CK has a mental schism, and his evil self named Chuck possesses the clay golem, and I kind of drew upon the Terminator sequel, Terminator 2, where the guy can the bad guy gets thrown against the wall, and then he kind of like his front and back switch places. So I incorporated that, like the Claygirl golem gets thrown against the wall and his face comes out the back. So I did this little fight sequence, sent it off, and then I just checked my email and I got this really cute response from him, email back of very interesting. So that was fun. Yeah, just thought I'd give you that update. I'll try to get the Flash Mission piece and Chapter 14 done for you guys as soon as I can. But have a great morning. Come on.